So this is going to be a different type of video. I am going to be recording something that is la 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 la. So, fitness. There's just so many options out there today. Personally, I've known what I've always wanted. It was full body control, having a high amount of stamina to go far, obviously feeling healthy and looking good. But, with a big but, I have not, for the sake of God, known how to get there. Because there's so many options out there, it's just confused me. Bro, do lower reps and higher weights. No bro, do higher reps and lower weights. And I'm looking at two of these dudes like, what am I actually supposed to do? Who am I listening to? So if you have ever felt like this, or if you feel like you never understood fitness as a whole and have had this big question mark in front of you as to what am I supposed to do, what is right for me, what will get me from where I am to where I want to go, well, this video, my friend, is made for you.
Yeah.
So there are three elements to fitness. First is your nutrition. Second is your physical exercise bit. And third is your rest. This video is about the physical exercise bit. Now to get to where you want to go in your fitness journey, the first and most important element is to understand where you are. That means what is your body type. Once you understand your body type, you have to understand where you want to go. Do you want to stay in the same body type or do you want to shift to another body type? What are your goals? And the third thing is what will get you from where you are to where you want to go. Now the idea of this video is to help you get an inventory of all the things that exist out there. That means you understand what exercise does what, where what will get you, and which is the best for your body type to get from one place basically to the next. So now you don't have to be confused anymore. You'll know exactly what you're doing and for what, and get the results that you hope for. Why don't we dive into what fitness actually means in the various aspects of it? There are 5 major aspects of fitness. First is cardiovascular endurance. Second is muscular endurance. Third is your muscle strength. Fourth is flexibility. And fifth is body composition. Trust me, they sound very complicated, but they're not as complicated as you think. Let's get into them step by step. So, let's get started. Don't ever do this. Now, before we get into understanding what cardiorespiratory endurance or muscular endurance means, let's understand what endurance means. I'm sure you already know it. It basically means being able to sustain in one type of activity for a long period of time. So what does cardiorespiratory mean? It means the heart and the lung, basically pushing your heart and your lung to its limits. Now, that can be done over an extended period of time by jogging, by cycling, by walking, by jump ropes for that matter. Anything with low or moderate intensity for a long period of time helps with this. And the essential thing that you'll get out of it is you will burn fat. But now this is not the best way to burn fat. Now, unlike cardiorespiratory activities where you're focusing on pushing your lungs or your heart to the limit, over here you're focusing on pushing your muscles to the limit. Now that means something like a plank or a walking lunge, where you're sustaining your muscle activity for a long period of time is what muscular endurance is focused on. Now the best way to burn fat is when you mix this with a steady state cardio. So for example, something like a HIIT workout or something like Tabata or running, where you're focusing on cardio as well as muscular endurance. That is the key to burning fat. Third, muscle strength type of physical fitness. The muscular strength category. Any type of workout that basically focuses on muscle growth comes under this category. The basic idea over here is that there is always a resisting force. That can be weights or that can just be gravity for that matter. You know, you do pull-ups, you do push-ups, you're resisting against gravity. The idea over here is that every time you resist and you add a higher level of resistance, your muscle fibers break down and they grow and the muscles come out bigger. So this logic is known as progressive overload. You have to keep adding more and more resistance to grow more muscles. Now, These workouts come under categories of calisthenic workouts, strength training, or something like powerlifting. There are many more categories, but you get the idea. They affect you in different ways as well, and that affects the way that you grow. So that's actually a topic for another video. It's much more detailed as to which is the best way and what results you'll get from each. If you want that, let me know in the comments below and I will be more than happy to make it. Let's move to the next one. Point number 4, flexibility. The two main reasons why you should focus on this. First, I would recommend you to actually do this with every type of workout because it helps you focus on your range of motion. What that means is that, let's say you're doing a bench press and you only have your flexibility up till like here. You're not able to extend your arm to the extent where it would actually affect the muscle groups for it to grow effectively. That's the first reason. Second reason is to avoid injuries, because sometimes your muscles, your ligaments and tendons rather, can be in a state of stress. And immediately when you give it all this resistance or you put it like under shock, there is a very high likeliness of it to get injured. So practicing things like stretching or yoga basically ensure that your body is ready to function in the right way. So that's why flexibility is super important. I would recommend you to focus on it with every other type of workout. Have you ever seen those guys who are like super buff but have like chicken legs? Or a really skinny guy who's like, I've got abs. Well, you know, they're not fit, right? It's all about the fifth point, which is body composition. Now, body composition basically means the balance of the right things. How do you really say if someone's fit? Of course, there are measures of stamina and ability to lift, but when you look at a person, a fit person, you know they're pretty fit. So your body composition is all about balance between all your muscles. It is probably the first and foremost important thing out of all the 4 things that we mentioned. And it is the thing that will tell you, okay, you know what? This is where I am. These are my goals. My left arm is weaker than my right arm. I have more leg strength than upper body strength. So these are the types of workouts I need to focus on to get overall balance, overall body composition. And that will basically help you go ahead in your fitness journey. Yeah. Now that you understand the various aspects of fitness that are there, it's time to understand what all body types there are so that you can understand where you are and who you are and what kind of workout or fitness routine do you need to get to the goals that you have. Yeah. So first is an ectomorph, also known as...
Nice job, kid. Thanks.
Or also known as me, or also known as the hard gainer. This is a true problem, and why that is because our metabolism, the rate at which we burn calories, is so high that we just end up burning the calories so quick and it becomes so tough to gain weight. That is the problem of an ectomorph. It is that slim type of profile. Also, because of a high metabolism, it becomes tough to build muscle, but we'll get into that later. Let's move to the second one, which is a mesomorph. A mesomorph is your...
You look taller.
Captain America or your Batman. You know, a little bigger, their waistline's a little bigger, they're a little broader, their shoulder line's a little broader, and their metabolism is just perfect. It's not too high that, they just burn everything that they eat, and it's not so low that they just keep kind of getting fatter and fatter and fatter and fatter. This, I would say, to me personally, is the perfect body type. The best thing about being a mesomorph is that their metabolism allows them to use each calorie in the best possible way. Most optimal thing ever. Now, the endomorph. The guys who have a shoulder so broad and a waistline so broad and a metabolism so low that it's very tough for them to lose weight. They're like the broadest category of people you know. Also,
enough! You are all of you beneath me. I am a god, you dull creature, and I will not be bullied by that.
the Hulk. I think you get the idea. Now that you know who you are and where you want to go, plan your workouts and your diet in accordance to this. Your body type is part of your genes. It's natural to you. So what I would recommend is excel at who you are, become the best version of that, and then plan on moving to the next stage if that's something you want to do. Now let's say you're an ectomorph and you want to gain muscle and size. Obviously you can't be focusing on fat burning exercises, and you have to have a calorie surplus. That means you eat more than you burn. Second, if you're an endomorph and you want to get shredded, don't focus on only strength based exercises, but also do fat burning exercises and have a calorie deficit. That is the basic idea of this whole thing. If you only include one form of training, you may be holding yourself back from the results that you deserve. Corey Lefkowitz. Now, it's all about finding balance. And there's a beautiful article by Greg Glassman, who is the founder of CrossFit, who writes about the 10 different elements of fitness that are there to find the optimal balance for yourself. I'm going to leave that article linked in the description. I want you guys to go check that out because it's truly worth the read. Now getting to the last part of this video, one of the most important parts. The question is, how do you utilize all of this information and put it into action? You may already be along your fitness journey, but if you're new, I would recommend you do not need weights. You can start with 0 weights and utilize your own body weight. Focus on form first, get that right, and once you get your form correct, you avoid injuries and get results faster. Start with what you have. Push-ups, pull-ups, burpees, squats, all of these things need no weights. And all you can do is like get a resistance band or use your bag and put some bricks into it. Resourcefulness is key. No excuses ever. All types of workouts that I mentioned can be done at home with 0 or minimal equipment. Consult someone and make a workout plan in alignment with your goals, and most important, stay consistent. And always, always, always remember, warm-up is fitness foreplay. So enjoy it. Fitness is a journey and not an end destination. Identify yourself as a person who lives a fit and healthy lifestyle, and you will be it. So it's time to get started. Muscle strength, blah blah blah. Exercise type of thing. Fuck. Point number flow. Point number flow. Or क्या कहना है मुझे? Such a metabolism and tough for them to burn.